Hello Mindfulness Project family! Today is meditation time. It's still the theme Anandamaya Kosha. So 1 month we are working on the last layer before our most inner core. And so I would like you to do a whole month this kind of meditation. Okay, are you in? Just remember, the last layer is the layer of bliss, of joy, of peace, of oneness, of unconditional love. So this is what we try in this meditation to awaken us. And that's one of the most important things, that we're really coming to a point where we take life light, where we take life more easy, that we don't take everything so bloody personal. Okay? Are you ready? Find yourself a nice spot. You know, here we are under our bamboo today, and it's always great to do this in nature. I know it's snowing in some of your countries, so better don't do it in nature, do it in front of your fireplace, but find a really nice place. Then for everybody who's rather new to meditation, just remember that it's not about the sitting posture, it's about that your mind can be relaxed, so you can either put your legs in front of each other or into half lotus, or if you are a super yogi, then you can nod your legs into full lotus and be really proud of yourself. And then the hands you can put on your knees or your wrists, so that you can, you know, hold your upper body for a little bit longer, or the classical position, you know, that your right hand goes on your left hand and you put your thumbs together. So that gives you a little reminder. Okay, and then close your eyes for a moment. Bring your attention very consciously to the outside. Hear the sounds around you. And when you listen to the sounds, use the power of your intuition, use the power of your inner teacher, and ask yourself, where do I experience the so-called outside? And the only place where you can experience anything is actually the inside. So inside and outside is the very same. Bring your attention to your eyes and see the light which is coming through your closed eyes. And see that you are not seeing the outside, that every experience is happening in the same kind of inner realm. Then bring your attention to your body. Feel your clothes on your skin, the air on your skin. And see, in order to do that, your mind, your consciousness actually has to reach out. But you still experience in consciousness. And then bring your attention to the tip of your nose. Feel the little bit cooler air when you breathe in, a little bit warmer air when you breathe out through your nostrils, and allow yourself to settle into the present moment. Right here, right now, and just watch your breath flowing in and out. Start counting now. And then with the next inhalation, follow the breath into your body. See how long and where you can feel the movement of the body, the movement of the breath in your body. And again, realize that the only place where you actually experience is your consciousness. And then imagine that you get fresh new energy into your body. And that with the exhalation, your body relaxes on the deepest level possible, not only on the muscular level, but from the deepest point, allow relaxation to sink into your whole body. And then bring your attention to consciousness itself. Just see that there is that which is conscious of. And then there are all the sense impulses, the smells, the sights, the sounds, the thoughts. And that everything is happening like on a movie screen. So and now bring your consciousness back in time. Have a look, for example, in the last 365 days, the last year, what was the funniest, the most alive moment you had? What was a moment of play, of enthusiasm, of complete letting go? And if you have problems finding a moment, don't worry. Just let that become your motivation to really deeply change your life. Okay, and dive back into this moment. Have a look. What happened that you could experience this moment of deep joy, deep bliss? And probably you will recognize that that was a moment where fear was not present. Fear of what other people think of you, fear of, not being lovable or not being loved enough, fear of future. So try to consciously realize that all fears are connected with your sense of identification with something which is not you, your personality, your job, your partner, your what you can do or cannot do. Just really drop all these identifications. Consciously drop this sense of what other people think of you. Drop the sense of that you need to, fit in, be liked. And just realize that there is something in your mind which is completely free. Realize that your heart can become absolutely free. And allow yourself to dive into this inner presence of being independent, the inner presence of liberation, the inner presence of to remember who you really are. Not that conditioned, experiencing entity. There's something inside of us which is much bigger. And have a look if you can find this version of yourself, that you can imagine who you would be in this world and inside of you when you're free of fear and when you're connected with this source of energy which is always there. And maybe if you can really see that, this version of yourself which is really free, you can see that the energy is coming from one point, which is your spiritual heart. If you are in love, you have unlimited power. If you love what you are doing, you will never get tired. If you love yourself, you will never judge. So bring your attention to your heart. Maybe you want to put both of your hands on your heart center in the middle of the chest. And stay in contact with this feeling of oneness, that there's no separation between you and others. With this sense of compassion and unconditional love for all living beings. That you deeply connect with the joy of being in love with yourself the way you are, and being in love with life, with this incredible adventure. Being in love with our humanness, and being in love with the interbeing of consciousness, that we are not separate, that nothing can ever separate us. And then from your heart, you can open your hands like a lotus flower, like the mudra of giving, and just recite one time, "May all living beings be full of loving kindness. May all living beings be healthy and free of any physical pain. May all living beings be calm and relaxed and without any fears. May all living beings be happy, content and free. May I be able to live life based on joy and happiness. May I be able to live life with lightness, not taking things so serious. May I be able to find my own spiritual heart, my own spiritual path to love and liberation, and may I become a light, a shining light for everybody who's crossing my path." Thank you. Okay, you lovely people out there. This meditation is, just mainly the beginning, the beginning of the opening up. And then you should give yourself a little bit more time for some silence where, it can actually happen. So all our guided meditations are actually just the stepping stones towards the door. But you need to walk through that door yourself. You just really need to dive into silence and allow, layer by layer be peeled off until your pure essence is there. And maybe if it helps you, just remember, Anya, when she's teaching yoga, most of the time at one point she's cracking up laughing, with her incredible, infectious laughter. And, this is what spirituality is about, that at one point, the hard and difficult and painful things can be, balanced with this joy and easiness, what life is also about. And this joy needs to be shared. So, find ways how to share your joy, your love with other people, even in the times where it's difficult. And these little you should see how Shanti looks like. She had her nose deep in the mud. So that's what we also should do. We should dig our faces into mud. Remember when we were doing natural building, we were all covered up and our eyes were sparkling. That's what we need to do. Okay, guys, enjoy this month, and next week we'll have a nice yoga class for you. And so that you can go deeper into the practice. Love you. Thank you for your support on this channel. That means everything to us. Thank you.